mean to start, but let's go ahead and get started. Actually, hold on. Give me a second. Oh, the audio died. All right. Let's do some paint testing. All right, let's get some testing done. Let's see what this. I need a blue. I need a purple, and I need a red. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Find the blue first. I think I'm gonna like this elven armor, but let's see what happens. Need to thin this. Be too thin, but let's see. Give it a test. This is elven armor. Gotta figure out how to angle these bottles. Not so much glare. Say that again. This is elven armor. All right. Kind of dig that, I think. Let's see what else we got here. This is gunmetal blue. Leho. There's a bunch of water in there, wasn't there? Damn it. Mix up another batch. Hold on a second. Testing, testing, testing. I gotta work out these colors because I have decided I'm gonna do like a dark wash on these on around Galactus. So I'm not gonna go the shiny, the bright shiny new route, comic booky style. I think it's going to be a little darker. I think I'm going to add the wash into it because there's so many little details that you won't be able to see without some wash in there. And then I'll go back in and dry brush it up a little bit. But I think I do want a more of a toned down overall look. I don't want to say dark, but some age. The elven armor dried a lot more pale than I thought it was going to. But I may have to go with the gunmetal. Alright, so that's those two. Now we're gonna audition a pink and a purple. Actually, should I try a red and the Zephyr pink and the red? No, I'm trying to decide the body. I think the pearl purple is going to be too dark. Who knows? We're going to find out. Take a look at some reference material. Over here, just designing in the dark. Alright, so blue. Yeah, let's try this purple. Createx Pearlized Purple. I don't use these Createx paints that often. I bought them early on when I was learning to paint. I thought they would be useful for doing metals kind of thing. And they have been, but rarely use them. Forgot how thick it is. These Createx paints really have to be washed down. I use this on Magneto, so kind of know what this is going to look like, but I want to see it up against the blue. What's up, Diesel? What kind of airbrush? It's a Harder and Steenbeck 2024 Evolution. It's a Squidmar edition. So it's got like a laser engraved little pattern on it. Pretty rad. It was a birthday present to myself last year. I think I still got the box. Yeah, here you go. Oh, wait, sorry. CR Plus, that's what it is. But if you have the means, I highly recommend it. I knew that whenever I started airbrushing with a Iwata, an Iwata Neo, and it was really great. But I was getting to number one, I really messed it up because like I didn't know how to properly take care of it when I started, as most people, as beginners typically do. So it was kind of messed up anyway, but I was getting to the point where I couldn't get the details that I wanted. So I was looking to upgrade, and yeah, I just got to the point where I knew my airbrush was holding me back, and that's when it was time to invest. And I'm really happy I did. Try this Zephyr Pink. Not bad at all. 2 squirts. Let's try that again. Yeah, they make an excellent product. Make sure you pay attention to the size of the needle that it comes loaded with, because I think it comes with mine came with 2 needle sizes, and I think it came with the smallest, like the detail needle in it, and I didn't even think about looking at it, so I just went to town using it because I was so excited. I didn't find out and I was kind of struggling with it because I was trying to use it for like heavy coats, I was trying to do some major work with it, and I was just struggling and fighting with it. I couldn't get primer to flow through it. And then I went and looked, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because I was like, it can't just be me. And yeah, I put in the larger nozzle and needle, and now that's what I use basically, because you can still get the same. I'm not doing anything that needs that fine of a detail. I mean, the stuff I'm typically doing is 1/6 scale, so, or quarter scale. So I mean, I'm working on some pretty good sized stuff, but I mainly need it for base coating and varnishing and that kind of stuff. So yeah, just be wise, check out the needle size. Hey, that rhymes. I'm a poet, didn't know it. All right, let's get back into this Zephyr Pink. Let's see what it looks like against this blue. Way too much thinner in this. thin it down as much. This is going to look like poop, but it's just a color test, so I don't care. You want to give it a fair shake though, so I'm going to dry this. Let's go thicken it up a little bit. Oh, this is an air paint. That's why it was already thin. All right. I thought this was just a... Shouldn't do it all. Oops. That through a little bit. Let's see what this does. See what this do. No, that pink is too pink. Yeah, that pink is too pink. So it looks like I'm going to be going with the gunmetal blue and the pearl purple. Yeah, man, I think you'll like it. That's cool. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. And since I've made this purchase, I've gotten a lot better about keeping my airbrush clean. And also just learning about all the all the little spots to take care of. But once you get into a routine of it, it's just becomes a habit. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I've got a couple. I've actually got a couple of those transition kind of paints where they hold on, pull it. I've got a shelf of like stuff that I don't use that much. I bought these for when I was working on Aquaman. These iridescent colors where it's like depending upon how the light hits, you get a little color shift. That's not a bad idea. I'm going with the pearl. I want the metallic, kind of look, and then I'm going to kind of wash everything down so that it's a little dirtier, a little darker. I don't want to do like the bright comic colors. Looking for a different blue, but I'm going to stick with what I got. I'm going to go with this gunmetal purple for the body. Now I just got to find Well, I'm gonna try this red. I pretty much know it's gonna work because it has to. And this will be for his helmet, his boots, and his gloves. He's got a weird color scheme, Galactus. It's like it's kind of simple, but at the same time, it's a little weird. Like, there's not a whole lot of details in him. It's Createx Pearlized Red. Pearl, or this Zephyr, doing some weird stuff. It's breaking up little chunks. A little bit more. There's a lot there. Give it a full scrub. Not done with it yet. All right, Pearl Red. Let's see what you got. Come out of the bottle first. Oh, it's thick. You're a thick boy. This is like oil paint. I don't want it to be dark like the new Galactus, you know, the new Fantastic Four. That was too dark. That's just no fun. So it's gonna be somewhere in between. Is what I'm going for. Somewhere between the comic, you know, kind of bright colors, and you know, the dark, a little bit darker, something a little grungier. So yeah, let's. A little bit of a plummy red to this. I gotta work on getting the viscosity right. So it's too liquidy. Because it's coming out like paste, so it's gonna be kind of hard to get this straight. And as much as I don't want to, I think I'm gonna have to mask. I'm gonna have to mask off around stuff. I was thinking about doing a brush paint of the blue. Well, I suppose I could. That elven armor goes on pretty smooth with a brush. Ooh, that's too much. Just came flooding out. God, this stuff is thick. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Huh. I think it just wasn't shooken well enough. Let's see. It's about the same. Let's quit dicking around with it. Trying to get my color practice in so I know what to expect with these paints. I always like to do a little test. I usually don't stream the test, but I've been working in the dark on this project for so long because I've had a weird schedule the last couple weeks. So I haven't been able to devote time, specifically to it. So I wanted to just go ahead and have a stream tonight. Ooh, excuse me. I was coughing. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit more of this red. Excuse me. Get a little bit more of this red on there. That stainless steel mixing cup's the way to go. That is too red. Let's see how it dries. Not very dry. I think that's too red. Use the Zephyr as a highlight on the purple. That could wake. Possibly, perhaps. Myself think. All right, do I like that red? Was I too hasty in my selections? Maybe I should go back and take another look at my choices. See, what else do I have? I have any other reds to audition? So I wonder if I should chrome everything first. I'll do that on the back side. I'm gonna lay down a layer of chrome. Try this. This is very much a turn it up. Turn the fan on a little bit. All right, layer chrome, let that dry, and we'll try our colors again. This should give them a little bit more of a metallic base. While that is drying, I'm gonna go audition or see if I have any other reds on my rack that might be worth a look. So I want it to be kind of a plummy red. But metallic. It's ink. Try. I can see it. I'm doing that. Let's try a blue. Is that a violet? No, I'm gonna try transparent on the side. Real metal route. Let's see if the chrome makes any difference. Oh, that red just really gets into places. All right. Gripping paints. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the way to go right there. Especially if I give it just a light coat. I can kind of let some of that base chrome come through. All right, that'll do. Gotta refill my alcohol bottles. Got that paint pot in a while. Let's see what this purple looks like. I have a feeling I'm gonna chrome all his parts first. That's cool. I want pretty good shine, even though I'm going to be dulling it down a little bit. I may change my mind once I get into it, I don't know. Purple is thick or thin, it's hard to tell. But let's see what it do. Alright, let's see what that red does. On the chrome. On the shaker here, maybe that's the problem. Can't help. Oh god, there's just a big chunk of, I think it's just a big ass chunk of paint in here. Feels like it's sliding around. Big clump. I think that's gonna be the one. Yeah, that looks way better. Just do a light coat. That's too red, but with the chrome, just a washed out coat. That's the color. And then I'm gonna wash over the whole thing and darken it all down. Alrighty. I think I'm ready to make this thing happen. Testing complete. Just checking out how it looks under the desk light here. The chrome, yeah, the chrome was the missing piece. Yeah, there's something going on with this pearl red here. It should not be this chunky. Whatever. I'll make it work. Now though, I'm wondering, should I paint the metal? I'm gonna brush paint his skin. That'll be easiest. But yeah, that's the jam right there. It's too red. Let me get my airbrush clean again. %90 of painting is cleaning your airbrush. They don't tell you that in the brochure. Get into this anyways. Clean. Majority of it out. Brush cleaner through there. Ready to go. Alright, Zephyr, you can go back on the rack. Elvin, whatever, you can go back on the rack. What's the Elvin armor? That's not going to be blue enough, it's too dingy, it's not worth it. We'll go with what we got. Magic, that's too much green in the blue, too teal. All right, clean this airbrush, quick break, and then you can actually get to some painting. I'm going to do the base in just a steel color, just a plain steel. And some wash, just kind of grunge it down. Then I'll do like a OSL in the centerpiece. I'm not gonna do any more than that. I was gonna paint the little doodads all the way around, but some of them are hidden behind stuff and hard to get to, and I don't want to make this difficult. Big 5mm cup on here. The work bucket. I do need to speed up on this whole production here because I've got holiday statues to paint. I got 2 of them printed. I got a 3rd one I need to print. They're relatively small, so they should be pretty easy paint jobs. But we'll see. That'll be my month in December pretty much. What's up, Bean? The chaotic variety. Oh goodness, I gotta sit down. My back. Oh, my mic is flipping around. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, I pulled my back out this weekend. I was lifting something that I should not have been lifting. So I'm pretty messed up. I'm moving slow. That's part of the reason why I haven't been streaming lately. At least in the last couple days. All right, so these are going to be my boys. That's like 90% of the paint job right there. This is actually going to be a real simple paint job. There's not a whole lot of detail, so we're just gonna roll with it. Let's get some steel on that base. This has become one of my favorite metals. That's out of focus. I gotta do it this way. Sorry. Just trying to find the sweet spot. This whole video shoot is going to be difficult because the size of this thing. I'm going to take this back over to the booth. Yeah, just the size of this thing is making it difficult to work with. I am super happy that my turntable is in here though. I didn't quite get the dome as smooth as I would have liked, but I try. It's really, really hard to get down in there with sand and without, like, you know, making flat spots and stuff. So I just decided to quit while I was ahead. Yeah, I should do it over here. Use an airbrush. So some steel. Yeah, man, this thing is no joke. Not a joke. Oh, you know, I wish I could just stay seated, but I can't. I like to see into my cup. I don't think I need to dilute this. No, it's good straight. Go ahead and load up this cup. Alrighty, here we go. I'm not going to try to get every nook and cranny of this because I'm going to be going over it with a wash anyway. But I do want it to be, you know, metallic smooth on the flat surfaces. Hey, what's up, Sea Dog? I'm good. Hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. I know I've been away for a minute. Life's been pretty crazy the last few weeks. And this thing turned out to be a bigger pain in the butt than I thought it was going to be. So I did most of my post-process or my processing work off camera. I figured that's not really worth streaming. But I guess I don't need to paint down here, do I? But here I am. I'm back. Yeah, my printer. I got a new printer, and so I was trying to make a calibration. I was doing my calibration stuff, and I had it calibrate. I had the layer set to just way too high, and it caused a lot of weird cracking. I kind of like it because it's kind of not like weird, kind of non-uniform. It's not like straight line cracks. So, kind of left it in there to give this thing some age. Have I put any of my models up for sale? No, I haven't. I haven't started selling yet. It is something I'm considering getting into very soon, though. But I figure I don't want to get into selling until until I can dedicate my time to it. And I'm not at a spot where I can dedicate my time. And that's the thing. Is if I'm gonna be selling these things, I need to treat it like it's a job. And so I can't really do that just yet. But it is a goal of mine. It's something that I'm working towards. All of the pieces that I've done so far are more for sentimentals. I don't think I would sell them just because, number one, there's a lot of mistakes. There's a lot of stuff that I see that I could have done better, and so that's kind of what my collection is me learning to do this. I do feel like I'm getting to the point where I think I've got something valuable. I think I have a valuable skill. So, like I said, it's something I'm taking into consideration. Oh, I got this. Oh, I know. This thing is coming out way too hard. The pressure's up. Primer. It's drying out on the tip because the pressure's too high. There we go. That's better. I got a better flow. It's good enough for a base coat. Oh damn, dog, that sucks, man. What is Lyme disease like? Genuinely, I don't even know what that is. It sounds bad, and I'm glad you pulled through. that sounds like it sucks. Ticks. I grew up in the country when I was a kid, and got out of there. You know, I was a young man, but I definitely been around ticks. Oh, that sucks. Alright, what am I spraying next? Oh, I gotta start spraying chrome, I guess, since everything's gotta be chromed out. I don't have much chrome left. Maybe try like aluminum. How does that compare to the chrome? It's pretty close to chrome. I'm afraid I'm gonna run out. How much is in there? Alright, well, fuck it, we're gonna risk it. Gotta chrome out everything except for the Silver Surfer, who I'm gonna do in a different chrome. But I'm actually pretty excited about that. Alright, so steel, aluminum, we'll put back. Alright, let's go to work on this chrome here. So I gotta figure out how to get this bad boy up. Grab my keyholes. There we go, that'll do. Oh shit, I should have done this piece. This thing goes in the front here. Forgot about that. I don't know. Do I want to do that in color, like in Galactus colors, maybe? Is that gonna look weird? That'll look weird. It's gonna be super boring if I just leave it to steel. I'll chrome base coat it with everything else. Then I'll decide later. At least that way it keeps my options open. No, this is not the Galactus from the new one. This is more of a comic booky Galactus, and he's got a what's his name? the other Silver Surfer, the dude one. Can't think of his name. I'm blanking. Norrin Rad. That's his name. Norrin Rad. Like, come on, nerd brain. You know it's in there. So yeah, no, this is not the Shala Ball. This is Norrin Rad. But I do have an experimental chrome I'm going to try for this guy. Because I've been looking for, I'm going to do a full size, like 1/6 scale Norrin Rad Silver Surfer. And I'm going to try this Revell rattle can spray chrome. I saw a dude on YouTube using this, and it looks like it's perfect. It's I want something like really, really reflective, like actual chrome, like looking. So I saw this in use. I think this is going to do it. So I'm going to give this a shot in the near future. If I change my air filter, I might even do it tonight. But so this one I'm gonna do kind of a mix between like I'm gonna do like a comic book color scheme, but I'm gonna wash it all down, so it's gonna be kind of dirty, kind of dark. So it's not quite the darkness of the new movie Galactus, but not quite the brightness of the comic book either. But I am glad that like doing the chrome base test versus the not base test really helped me, because like that's too red on this side, but with the chrome and just the light, it's perfect. I like these other two colors too for the body, for the armor. The only thing is with the armor, if I'm going with the airbrush, I'm gonna have to mask off the skirt, and that's no joke. Like that's gonna be a lot. So I may end up brushing on the blue. No, I can't because of his legs. All right, well, we're just gonna start getting color on this thing, and it's gonna look good. That's what's gonna happen. First things first, I have to chrome out everything. I really hope I have enough chrome. If I don't, I will have to run to, well, actually, no, I'll have to have some overnighted, because my hobby shop never has the chrome. I always go looking for it. They never have it. All right, really, how different could the aluminum be? Or the silver? Yeah, it's this. Are you doing it at full size? Because this thing is gigantic. Like look at these. Look at this. Look at this. This is like a baby booty. This is like a baby booty. It's crazy. I distinctly remember when my kid had feet this size. It's nuts. So yeah, I'm debating. So my dilemma, my current dilemma is I don't have enough chrome to give a metal base to everything, but I have some alternatives that I haven't used yet that are very close. I have an aluminum and I have a silver. I think it might be the aluminum. I think the aluminum might be the way to go. I just don't have enough chrome, and I'm afraid if I get started on it, because I have to chrome out everything. If I get started on it, I'm gonna run out. So I think I'm gonna call audible here and swap in this aluminum instead of chrome, of which I am woefully low. And I'm gonna order some right after this stream. All right, I get back to work. I'm yammering. At 55% size, 17 inches tall, matte PLA. Cool. Yeah, this thing, like at full size, or the size that I'm printing at, which was the size they gave us, it was comes out to just shy of 29, just shy of 30 inches tall. It's 29 and some change. This thing is going to be nuts. I'm very excited. But I need to get to chroming. So let's start with this. Let's see where this takes us. Leave it on its stick. I gotta remember everything has to stay mounted while it dries. Let's get this test head out of here. Now I know what I'm doing. Oh, I should give this a little bit of a shake. Yeah, this is resin. This is all resin. I could never get, and I guess, I mean, it's been a few years since I tried. I know resin printers I know filament printers are much better now. But just dealing with the layer lines and having to sand everything, like, and for this kind of work, like, that's just not feasible. You know, you just, for making props and stuff, you can sand everything, but yeah, for this kind of detail work, resin's really the only way to go. And this was a lot of resin, if you're about to ask. I don't remember how many bottles, but it was a lot. I tend to not think about these things because it's too painful. I have been finding some good deals on the resin that I like. I use a plant-based anycubic resin. This is aluminum. I use the plant-based anycubic resin. And I found some pretty good deals on, like, Etsy, of all places, and eBay. And they're shipped directly from, it's coming from the manufacturer. So it's like these weird, like, bundle postings of stuff. But I was able to get what I normally get at a pretty good discount. Last order, I think I got 10 bottles at, when it was all said and done, it was like $13 a bottle, because it was like a buy 3 get 5 or something like that. So I ended up getting 10. So yeah, I mean, if you shop around, you can get some good deals. I'm gonna run some flow improver here just to coat the inside a little bit. In with this aluminum. Well, here goes nothing. I'm gonna sit down to this. Oh, getting old sucks. Yeah, that's close enough to chrome. That's fine. That'll be fine. I'm just gonna be tinting it with the other paint anyway. A little bit of a that's pretty dang close. That's close enough. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, I've always been an Anycubic guy. I've ever since the first printer I bought, which was a M4, I believe. It was a teeny tiny guy, teeny tiny printer. Like the print deck was about the size of a deck of cards. Like it was tiny, but it was perfect to just learn on. And then I've just been scaling up with the same product basically ever since. And so I know it's very much just brand loyalty, but you know, when you find something that works, you stick with it, right? All right, let's see. All right, I got to start rolling through these parts now. Now it's getting serious. That should be dry enough that I can use it to stand up these boots. So let's go paint a boot. Some people hate on their Fantastic Four. Oh, I enjoy all of the Fantastic Four movies. I enjoy all of that crap. Like, to me, my thing is like, you know, people took the time and spent the money to make these movies. Just turn off your brain and enjoy it. Just watch the pretty pictures, watch the flashings and the explosions and the space and the flying and the capes, and just turn your brain off. Don't think so hard about it. Enjoy it. Shit. How hard is that? I don't let critics reviews and stuff. I don't listen to those. If it's something I'm interested in, I'll go watch it. Yeah, I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy it all. I'm their target demographic. I'm so easy to please. I mean, unless it's just absolute trash, and it's got to be bad trash. And even then, sometimes that's good too. Sometimes you're just in the mood for filth. You know, you're just like, I don't care. But no, if that shit's if that's on a TV and I'm walking past it, I'll stop, watch it for a second. See, he's got all these nice, like, deep, dark kind of scars on his texture, and yeah, it'd be a shame to lose all that. So I think I'm making the right choice when I wash all this down. It'll make all that stuff stand out, and I don't want just like a gigantic bright monster in the corner of my room either. Brightly colored monster toddler just looming over my workstation all day is not something I would want. So we're gonna wash this down quite a bit. It should be pretty nice. Yeah, this thing is gonna be insane when it comes together. Won't you hang out here and dry? Again, bring me another. I have so many big ass parts to paint. I really need to step it up here. I gotta do the torso, the arms, the leg, like the whole lower half, the head parts. The Solar Surfer I'm gonna do with the other rattle can, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be getting through spraying aluminum all night tonight. It does go pretty far though. Like, I'm barely letting go of the trigger here. It flows pretty good. So many little nooks and crannies though. I did enjoy the Mandalorian. And yeah, and Book of Boba Fett. They were both pretty good. Yeah, that was fun. I like all those little side stories. Yeah, I agree though. I people judge things too harshly. It's not. I mean, kind of. What kind of like award-winning cinema are you watching all day that you can't enjoy a little trash every now and then? A little junk food. All right. I wonder if I can get the other one on there reliably. Probably not. I don't want to risk it. I think so. All right, brought my phantasm ball. Check that thing out. I love this thing. It comes in super handy. What kind of airbrush? It's a what was it? It's a Harder and Steenbeck Evolution. It's a 2024. It's the Squidmar edition. So it's got like little laser etchings and stuff. I do love this airbrush. This was a birthday present to myself, and it's a bit of a splurge, but I'm very happy that I did it. This thing's a workhorse. Like this, like especially with this 5mm cup. Like it's a lot. Like you can just keep going and going and going. But you know, I mean, I started with the Iwata, and it was good. You know, I mean, it did its job, but I messed it up. Just a lot of user error, and so once it became kind of started to become unusable, and I recognized more of what I'd done wrong. I decided to upgrade. And since then, I've really learned how to take care of an airbrush. Like even just like cleaning it, I used to pull my needle out through the back, and that was just tracing paint up into the shaft of the airbrush. Like it just totally screwed up the inside of it. And I learned that you're supposed to when you disassemble your airbrush, you pull the needle out that direction so that you're not running paint back up into the brush where it's not supposed to be. And these harder and Steenbeck needles have like a ribbed end, and so as that little ribbed end that goes through the rubber seal at the other end, it cleans the paint out. Like it scrapes the paint out in the right direction. It's genius. It's like it was just perfectly made to do that, and they really thought of everything. Like the governor on the back here, I thought I would never use it. I use it all the time, like so that you're not flooding a piece with paint, where you can just prohibit your trigger from going all the way back. That comes in so handy, especially when you're doing like delicate work and you don't want to flood it. So once I got to the point where I could recognize a good tool, and I knew I needed to upgrade, I found this harder in Steenbeck, and it's awesome. I really, really enjoy it. They're not paying me to say that either. This is not sponsored content. I don't think they sell compressors, but I wasn't really looking. They might. I would recommend getting a compressor with a tank. Like I got a 5-liter tank or 3-liter tank or something like that. So the compressor isn't running all the time. So if you're just keeping your compressor, it's just keeping your tank filled, so it's only running every 10 minutes or so, or depending on how long you're using it. Every few minutes. But number one, it's a lot quieter to work for longer periods, and also like your compressor is running all the time if you're constantly using your brush, and it gets really annoying and it breaks down your compressor. I burned through 2 compressors because I was just using them constantly. I was using them constantly without a tank, so they were constantly running. I guess it does make sense. So I would definitely recommend spending the extra cash to get a compressor with a tank. Yeah, so now it's just kicking on, refilling the tank. It'll go off in a couple seconds. I'll be good to go for another 20 minutes or so. It also prevents the airflow from getting interrupted. Like it's not the air pressure isn't dropping up and down as the compressor kicks on and off, which you'd think wouldn't be a big of a deal, but it actually kind of is. I have the luxury of hitting all these. Alright. So I'll get my Phantasm ball out of the way. Come here so I don't have to reach. Excuse me. Alright. I'm excited to try that Revell Chrome on Norn Rad. The break. No, just be careful with it. Chrome, chrome, chrome and chrome. Making everything chrome. Before we do anything else. Yeah, there's a whole lot of chrome. Let me clean this up. Brush a little bit here. Yeah, like I said, I saw some of that that Ravel. I saw somebody using that on YouTube. They were doing a Chrome test, and it looked pretty. It looked really, really good. Like it was highly reflective. That's really what I'm going for. I don't know if I should paint them in a gloss black first, if that even matters, since I'm using a rattle can chrome. You know, I don't think it's going to matter as much. And yeah, it's like super, super reflective. So. Man, that's heavy. Oh, that's a heavy chunk of resin right there. Nice, technically, 2 chunks. All right, Silver Surfer, we're gonna leave you for later. Start painting some of these body parts. Just brush load it up. Yeah, I'm glad I switched to the aluminum because I don't think I would have had enough chrome. It doesn't quite have the same shine, but it'll still do the job. Alrighty. Turkey leg. Oh, I love the DC. The DC animated movies are really good. Like, People sleep on that. Like all the DC movies are, all the DC animated stuff I've seen has been really good. Not all of it. I take that back. Most of it. I guess it depends on your style of the style of animation that you like. But whatever you like, you'll find it. They even got like an anime style Batman. I don't know if you've seen that, where like Batman gets teleported back to like feudal Japan, and it's like an anime style kind of art. It's really good. It's called Samurai Batman, I think, is what it is. Yeah, clean my filter. It's coming back on me. Granted, I am hosing it down. Yeah, Flashpoint was awesome. Honestly, like, if they just remade Flashpoint in live action, that's all they needed to do. You know, instead of the crazy fucking shit that they gave us. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed seeing Michael Keaton suit back up, but that movie was weird. Again, I still enjoyed watching it. I've seen it multiple times. You know, it's a fan's gonna be a fan, I guess. Here, you look at this. Look, you can watch paint dry while I change this filter out. Oh yeah, that's good. Got some refills ready to go. Might be time to order some more. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of animated content from DC is really good. All the extended like Bat Family, you know, movies, the animated movies. They kind of tell all the story of all the Bat kids. There's some really good Joker stuff in there. Placing this filter in the back so the airflow is flowing. All right, let's give it a smoke check. Hmm. Doesn't seem to be sucking out like it should. Well, seems like it's all flowing. There's no kinks in the thing. Hmm. I will investigate that another time. Yeah, the Justice League, Teen Titans, all the Teen Titans stuff. Like, there's a lot of content to mine if they ever, you know, or when they go back to making live action stuff. There's a lot of content there. I always like DC villains more than Marvel villains for some reason too. I just felt like the DC villains had deeper motives for doing what they do. Yeah, they have more character for characters. Yeah, this is going to be my last villain of the year, I think. I got to switch over to doing some holiday gift presents next, and I'm not going to make videos of those. I may stream them. I might stream the paint jobs while I'm painting them, but I'm not going to be recording them. I don't know. I might. Maybe I'll make some shorts. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll have it recorded. If I'm streaming it anyway, it's going to be recorded. And I'm sure at some point in December I'll have some downtime. So yeah, I reserve the right to possibly stream the other statues as shorts. I can't tell if that exhaust is exhausting properly. Oh wait. Oh, come here, little hook. Did I miss a spot? Shadow. It's a shadow. Whew, all right. Let's see about painting this torso. Was it a complete? Was it a flop? I mean, I thought people enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't. I mean, I liked Henry Cavill as, what's his name? Geralt. I liked Henry Cavill's Geralt more than Liam Hemsworth or whatever his name is. But Liam didn't do a bad job. It was still the guy. I mean, after once you get used to it, you just kind of you're just in the story now. You're just watching The Witcher. There was definitely like a chemistry thing that was a little off, but I mean, it was still all right. What is up, Squinty Harpy Gaming? It is going. It is going well. I'm trying to get a bunch of chrome on all these big parts. That is the goal for tonight. Oh. Do I have a resin leak? Like I do. That's no bueno. Let me see, where's my UV light? Not much. But still, that was a surprise. Thought I had that all pretty well trained. Well, I guess this is the hanging it upside down with drain holes. I probably did it. Cure it a little bit there. What chrome am I using? It's just the Vallejo metal color chrome. This is not the chrome. This is the aluminum. I didn't have enough of the chrome, or I felt like I was about to run out. So I switched to aluminum for this. I am going to be trying a rattle can chrome on the Silver Surfer probably later on. I don't know if I'll do it tonight. My exhaust thing doesn't seem to want to be exhausting. I don't know if I created a weird pocket in here when I switched over the filter. It should still be sucking out. It doesn't seem to be sucking out. So I'm going to have to check on what's going on with that. Do that at a later time. But for now, we're going to do this. Turntable's loose. Yeah, so this is the aluminum, Vallejo metal color aluminum. But that's only because I had a shortage. All right, let's try this again. So paint this underside first, then I can set it down and paint the top. Got a blockage. No, actually, I didn't thin this at all. I'm getting a little bit of a dry tip right now because my pressure's up too high. So it's coming out of the gun too fast. it should be closer to 18. Yeah, I had it turned up for whenever I was applying primer. I try not to thin the primer, and I don't thin these metal color paints. They just don't seem to need it. You do have to keep the needle clean, however, and I've been neglecting my needle as of late because I've been trying to just slam through all this stuff. But I'm starting to. I've got this and the lower torso to do. Nope, now I'm having some problems. What's going on here? Oh, it's too low. Flow improver in there. There we go. Oh, I can't do that. Chip back here. All right, Bobby. Now you're just making a mess. Need something. Perfect. how thick do I print? Um, the walls on the model, when on the hollow parts of the model, are 1.8 millimeter. The base, I usually do 2, a little thicker on the base, just for the weight, you know. I feel like any thicker than 1.8, it's a little hefty, you know, depending upon the size of the model. 1.8 is plenty. That is a big ass chunk. All right, one more piece. Oh, my back. It's killing me. These legs. I don't know how the heck I'm going to do this. How in the F in the A do we do this? This is the piece I've been dreading because it's kind of big. This is the spot on this boot. All right, where was it? All right, it's body. Suppose I could just manhandle them. Just hold on to one leg until it comes time to I need to paint that leg. We'll be all right. I'm really, really glad I upgraded this box earlier in the year, because there would have been no way in heck I would have been able to paint this thing. All right. So I should start from kind of the underneath. Start at the top and work our way down. Whew, gotta rest. I appreciate that. Thanks, 3D Painter. Gotta get all these base coats on. For something this big, it's really just a stamina issue. Yeah, this exhaust is not sucking the way it's supposed to suck. I have to take this thing apart, see what's going on. This is what matter. I'm going to be painting over it anyway. As long as the table doesn't spin. Yeah, this thing is nuts. This is Vallejo aluminum, metal color aluminum. I ran out of chrome, or I'm running very, very low on chrome, and I knew I was going to need a lot to base coat this. This aluminum is close enough. It's just to give the shine just to give the undertone of the pearl paints that I'm going to use, just to give them a little bit more of a shine. Come on, so close. couple more squirts. Come on. Trying to short it, but some spots. I missed a couple drain holes underneath, but can't see them, and nobody's gonna be picking this big ass thing up to look underneath them anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, I think I got everything. I'm gonna call that success. Woo! All right, got a whole bunch of chrome Galactus body parts now. There's my hook. There it is. So, gonna hang this up to dry. The wife came in. All right, what are we going to talk about here? Looking forward to seeing the progress. This one downloaded the print. yes, it is. Yeah, I'm excited to get this one done. I think it's going to be cool. It's very simple. It's a very simple color scheme. So, there's not a whole lot going on with it. I'm going to just do a little blue, OSL in the middle of his pedestal there. Going to wash all that down, call that done. Nice and simple. All of his metal parts are basically like boots, legs, the helmet, the gloves, those are all solid colors, pretty easy to paint. Mask off and paint. The skirt is going to be a problem. I think I'm going to have to paint the purple inside first. And then mask off for the blue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mask this off. I was trying to avoid it, but I don't think the brush or the brush painting of the gunmetal blue on the legs, I don't think that's gonna work. I guess I could airbrush the legs and just paint the blue on the trim, but then all his armor, all the armor on the top, that also needs to be. So I think what I end up doing is just masking off, painting some, and then I'll paint some edges with the brush. So yeah, purple everything and blue everything. I want to do something special with the jewels in his belt. I've got this contrast paint called it's a technical paint called Soulstone Blue. I'm thinking I might try that on the gems on his belt, just to be a different blue. But I think for those I need to do like a black and white contrast. I don't know if I want to do that or not. So anyway, I'm gonna see. I'll do some more research on that. I'm gonna let all this stuff dry. It's 9 o'clock. I don't think I'm gonna make much more progress. Let me see what the heck's going on with my exhaust here. Why that's not exhausting before I do the rattle can on the Silver Surfer. And yeah, I think there's gonna be a whole lot more airbrushing. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thanks you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. And I will be back on probably tomorrow night, and for a couple hours, and start getting some color on this thing. So until then, take it easy.